Sometimes love doesn't arrive in grand gestures. It doesn't knock at your door with roses and a handwritten poem. Sometimes it whispers. It shows up in small, almost invisible moments. A glance across a crowded room, a gentle touch when he thinks no one's watching, and sometimes it shows up in words. Simple words that carry the weight of 1,000 emotions. Today we're diving into the hidden language of men. 13 powerful words that reveal when a man is truly, deeply falling for an older woman. And why? Age becomes irrelevant when connection becomes everything. Because when it's real, love doesn't sound like a fairy tale. It sounds like home. But first, let's tear down the lies society has fed us for far too long. We've all heard the stereotypes. Men only want younger women. Older women are intimidating. They're just a fling, never the forever. These stories are so deeply woven into our culture that even strong, confident women start doubting themselves. But the truth? Men crave more than just youth. According to a groundbreaking 2023 survey by Elite Singles, 26% of men aged 25 to 39 said they actually prefer dating women 5 to 10 years older. 13% said they would happily date even older if the emotional connection felt real. Think about that for a moment. These aren't small numbers. This is a shift, a deep, meaningful change in what love looks like. So why is the old narrative still alive? Because the world often misses something vital. When men fall in love with older women, they express it differently. Not always with flashy gifts, not always with public declarations. Sometimes it's in the quiet words they barely dare to say, words that mean everything. Let's dive in deep, beautiful soul, because once you understand these words, you'll never wonder where you stand again. 1. Safe. When a man says you make him feel safe, he's admitting something most men are taught to hide. Their fear, their vulnerability, their need for someone they can collapse into without judgment. He's not talking about feeling protected like a child. He's talking about emotional safety, the kind where he doesn't have to wear a mask, where he can set down the heavy armor he's carried his whole life. According to research published in the Journal of Counseling Psychology, 68% of men reported hiding their real feelings to appear manly. So if he says you make him feel safe, realize what he's really saying. With you, I can finally be myself. And there's nothing more powerful than that. 2. Smart. When a man genuinely admires your intelligence, it hits differently. He's not complimenting your looks to flatter you. He's seeing the way your mind moves, the way you analyze, question, and understand the world. Older women often carry a level of insight, wisdom, and depth that younger women haven't fully developed yet. And men who are ready for real love, they crave that intellectual intimacy. When he says, "You're smart," what he means is, "You challenge me, you inspire me, you make me think in ways no one else ever has." 3. Centered. In a world that feels increasingly chaotic, being centered is a superpower. When he calls you centered, he's acknowledging that. You've been through storms and survived. You don't get pulled into drama. You remain calm when everything else is crumbling. For a man who is still figuring out his path, your steadiness feels like oxygen. It's not just attraction, it's emotional survival. 4. Different. At first, you might think he's just being polite, but when he says, "You're different," listen closely. He's telling you, you're not like the others. You don't play mind games. You're honest when you're happy and even when you're hurt. You are real in a world full of people pretending to be perfect. And that is magnetic beyond words. 5. I'm learning. If a man tells you he's learning because of you, realize how massive that is. He's admitting that being with you doesn't just make him feel good, it makes him better. older women often naturally teach without even trying. You show patience, you model emotional maturity, you understand the dance of growth, and when he's learning with you, he's evolving into the man he's always wanted to become. 6. Honest. Honesty is rare, and men who have been burned by betrayal or misunderstanding value it above all else. When he says, "You're honest," he's breathing easier around you. You're a woman who says what she means, without cruelty, without manipulation. You are the lighthouse in his storm. 7. Peaceful. Forget passion and excitement for a moment. Long-term love is built on peace. If a man says you bring him peace, he's telling you, you are my resting place, my safe harbor, my calm after the storms of life. In a psychological science study from 2020, men ranked emotional peace higher than physical attraction when describing what made them feel most loved. Peace isn't boring, peace is intoxicating. 8. Present. Modern life pulls us everywhere. Notifications, deadlines, distractions. But if he says he feels more present around you, it means you bring him back to the now. You're not just part of his life, you're a pause from everything that drains him. You are his breath of fresh air. 9. Enough. So many women, especially older women, are made to feel like they have to be more to be loved, more youthful, more trendy, more energetic. But when a man looks at you and says, "You're enough," he's erasing all that noise. He's choosing you, exactly as you are. No edits, no compromises, no age filters. 10. Real. When he says you're real, it's because you don't pretend. You're authentic. You're grounded. You show up as you. Flaws, brilliance, heart and all. And that kind of raw beauty, it's unforgettable. 11. Comfortable. It may not sound glamorous, but feeling comfortable with someone is one of the highest forms of emotional intimacy. It means he doesn't have to perform, doesn't have to impress. He can exhale and just be. And in a world where so many men are taught to constantly prove themselves, your presence feels like coming home. 12. Strong. Strong women aren't just survivors. They are warriors with soft hearts. When he tells you you're strong, he's admiring the fact that you didn't let the hard parts of life make you hard. You remained open, loving, wise. That strength isn't intimidating, it's deeply, soulfully attractive. 13. Home. This is the word that slips out when he's no longer just falling in love. He's already fallen. You feel like home. I miss being around you. Being with you feels right. Home isn't walls and windows, it's a feeling. It's safety. It's love wrapped in comfort. If he says this, he's yours. Heart, mind, soul. You don't need to be 25 again. You don't need to compete with anyone. You just need to keep being the breathtaking, wise, radiant woman you already are. Because when a man loves a woman like you, age disappears, doubt dissolves, and all that's left is love in its purest form. If this video touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with a woman who needs this message today. And in the comments tell me, have you ever experienced love that felt like this? Because sometimes love starts not with fireworks, but with one quiet, beautiful word.